before we get off, Virginia music scene, man. Do you think these artists understand streaming in the whole streaming era?
Nah, I don't think a lot of artists just all around. Again, it's a worldwide phenomenon, man. Right. I don't think any artists really understand as they supposed to. I just had to show an artist that the other day. I was just showing the artist that the other day, like look,
YouTube can be manipulated.
Yeah, for sure. Everything can be manipulated.
Everything. Let's get that right.
Yeah,
everything can be manipulated.
But I was showing the artist. I'm like, look at your monthly listeners. So they were telling me how popping they was. It was like, I was like, you're not a major artist, and it was like, well, shit, my shit major. I do what I do. I'm like, I was like, all right, let me go look at your monthly listeners, and they had 200 monthly listeners on Spotify. Holy. And I'm like, you don't get no streams on Spotify, bro. Like, you're not, like, you feel what I'm saying?
You may be big in your hood.
Yeah, exactly. You definitely may be famous in your neighborhood, bro. But in the real world, bro, this shit is ass. So it is what it is. We working in a business where you got to educate yourself. You know what I mean? And education is just, it's out there. It's available for everybody. It's if you're gonna sit there and take the time to learn that shit. You know?
Right. So do you think, are they even taking the time to learn this information?
I don't know what people doing.
Yeah.
I don't know what people
because it's
doing.
out there, and I just see they rather, argue with, like blogs and people they want support from versus looking at it the way we look at it, Because let's say I'm a numbers guy. So I'm always looking at numbers on every platform, especially my own. So it's like, if you gonna say you lit or you the biggest artist in your city, the numbers gotta equate, the cultural influence gotta equate, the impact.
Yeah, and then you see what tend to happen. What tend to happen that I noticed too is, you got Instagram. You have artists that they get good following on Instagram, and they might let that
100 comments on Instagram,
right?
Not 100 on YouTube.
It's a big difference.
Big disconnect.
That's a big difference, a big disconnect, because at the end of the day, I've done songs with influencers on Instagram that have millions of followers, and the song only get 1,000 streams. You know what I mean? So that shit don't do me no good. You want your music, you want your especially if you're a musical artist, you want your music where your music lays at to have more views. I wouldn't care if I had 500 followers. I would rather have 500 followers but 500,000 streams.
Facts.
You know what I mean? It's just, it got to make sense, but that's where it come back to popular creatives. That's the difference.
So with the popular, of course they all, still got a fair shot, man. 2017, let's say, was probably the biggest wave, if not right now, current today, but probably the biggest wave, Virginia was getting to, close to having a sound and a thriving, set of rappers. You had B.O. Smoot, 2K Mello, C.O. Mock, Young Crazy, Cocaine Molly, pretty much the whole wave pretty much got took down, by Commonwealth, Virginia, police, including them as artists and humans.
Don't forget COVID
as well. But I'm speaking 2017.
Yeah, a lot of folks did get locked
before
up.
COVID.
Yeah, facts.
Virginia's wave was kind of stolen as far as, new generation of rappers to emerge, I guess.
Right.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah, that's true. Around that time is when I was traveling heavy too. So I do remember, because that's when I used to leave and I'd come back in town and I'd go out and I'd hear. That's when I'll go back to the DJ thing, because I'd go out and I'd be like, damn, who is this? And they'd be like, oh yeah, this bro. I'm like, where you from? Nigga, here. I'm like, oh shit. Like, he from here? This shit hard. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And I start catching new records outside, you know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, that was a good time period. It's actually a capsule now, because that same time period is what's going on today now. Like, they still kind of using them same records from that time period is still going on now.
Right. Now, with them, still using the same records, some may not be current. You think it's still possible for them to push those records and make them, let's say like mainstream or get them there? Because they were big records. or you think that wave is just, you know, in the past?
I mean, I would say keep on working on new music, you know what I mean? But if that shit ain't never really get over the hump and you believe in the song, then still throw that shit on your project, you know? Like, if you got a big song and it's just regionally big and you really believe in the song, go get a feature on it. Go add a feature to it and then repackage the song and put it back out. You know what I mean? Like, that don't hurt. Or, you know, when you're working on your project or you keep on working on new songs or you putting out new songs, when it comes time for you to put your project out, throw that up there. Because it's the same game that mainstream artists play. If you already got streams on your music, then throw that project on that thing, that same project, and now the whole project has more streams collectively.